He needs a big win here at home to get momentum going with this home crowd.
Rick Neuheisel is standing by with Samantha.
I know you're enjoying coaching the QBs this year, but you are still unsure who should be QB1 yesterday. Who's it going to be, and what went into that decision?
Well, I wasn't unsure. I just wasn't going to tell y'all. But
thanks a lot,
Kevin Prince is going to start. Kevin's healthy. We're excited about what he brings to the offense. Richard is chomping at the bit. We think both of them can help us win.
Coach, you said yourself it's been a while since you won a big home game. The powers that be say this is a must-win game, but you don't seem panicked. Can you put this game into perspective for me?
It's a beautiful Saturday. It's the Rose Bowl. It's Texas and UCLA. You can't ask for more than this.
All right, you heard it here. Back up to you guys.
All right, Samantha, thanks very much. We agree. We heard from Rick Neuheisel. We'll hear from Mack Brown coming up in just a moment as his Longhorns take the field here at the Rose Bowl. And we'll kick it off in a matter of moments. What a sight it is from the sky, and it's equally as impressive from down here inside the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Number 23 Texas against Rick Neuheisel's UCLA Bruins. We heard from Rick Neuheisel. Let's go down to Samantha with Mack Brown.
You got the mic? Do you have the mic?
We're having a bit of a technical issue with Samantha down in the field, so hopefully we'll hear from Mack Brown in just a moment. But there's the young man that is going to start this afternoon for Texas, Case McCoy. You know, if you were Rip Van Winkle, Bob Davie, and you woke up and you were a Texas football fan, you'd think you never went to sleep. Last week, you're watching McCoy to Shipley, and you're watching a guy named Acho make tackles on defense. It must be, to a certain extent, feels like old times.
It is old times, but also if you're a Texas fan, you have to be concerned with so many young players touching that football, particularly on offense for Texas. A lot of people talk about payback, redemption for last year for Texas. You know, UCLA came into Austin and beat them last year. They have too many young players on this Texas team. A lot of them weren't even there last year to worry about redemption or payback. They just have to worry about their assignments and execution. And you're going to see this young Texas offense on the field right away here at the Rose Bowl.
Texas won the toss and deferred their option to the second half. So Mack Brown will send Case McCoy out. And that's unless Marquise Goodwin brings one back, which he is certainly capable of doing. The track star that just rejoined the Longhorns team before their win last week against BYU. Jeff Locke, the punter, normally handles the kickoff, sends it deep, and a knee will be taken by Goodwin. So the first career start for Case McCoy will begin at the 20-yard line, and you can see not a lot of experience for the sophomore who hopes to follow in his brother's footsteps.
Yeah, and I think if you're a Texas fan, what you're hoping on, he has that same it factor that Colt McCoy had. Not the biggest guy, not the most impressive guy when you see him down there on the field in pregame, but neither was Colt. It's that it factor. He thinks he should be the quarterback at the University of Texas. That's why he is the quarterback.
And the true freshman tailback Malcolm Brown gets the start this afternoon, and he'll take the game's first handoff. And he'll back his way for about 5 yards out to the 25-yard line, brought down by Damian Holmes. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Texas. And of course, Garrett Gilbert over on the sideline after throwing a couple of interceptions in his first 8 attempts against BYU. The switch was made by Mack Brown. Of course, Major Applewhite and Brian Harsin both had a lot of confidence that the combination of Case McCoy and David Ash, the true freshman who is more of the wildcat belly option quarterback, would get the job done, and they did. A come from behind win in the second half. Here's Brown. Maybe a yard. It'll set up 3rd down and 4 as we check our impact players for Texas, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Well, there's not many times that you're going to have 2 true freshmen listed as your impact players at the University of Texas, but Jackson Shipley, probably their most productive player already. We've already seen a good dose of Malcolm Brown, the tailback, early in this game. And then on defense for UCLA, their safety, Tony Dye, their #1 leading tackler last year. First big 3rd down test, though, for Case McCoy.
McCoy leads the way, and very close to the 1st down is Brown. a counter handoff, and McCoy was out there as the lead blocker. But we'll have to check the spot of the football. And it will be 4th down. A half-yard shot.
Well, you see Texas, obviously the key for Texas, stay out of 3rd and long situations. They didn't risk throwing the football with young Case McCoy. They went with the reverse to DJ Monroe. Big stop by UCLA.
So 3 downs and out for the UCLA defense. And a wobbly kick from Justin Tucker. Fair catch called for and made by Shaq Evans. A 40-yard punt, no return, but excellent field position for the Bruins at their own 30-yard line. And Kevin Prince, who has been in and out of the lineup as the starter over the past 3 years for UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a 3-year ongoing quarterback competition. Kevin Prince started against Houston, was injured early in the 1st quarter. He's back starting. The reason? More mobility, a better runner. Quarterback runs to keep the Texas defense off balance, and you're going to see a true version of the pistol offense here by UCLA.
Jonathan Franklin finds a seam, and he picks up 9 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and about 1.5 yards. Danny Vaccaro tripped up Jonathan Franklin, but Franklin might be the real home run hitter if there is one for this UCLA offense.
I agree. He is the guy that gives him the best chance for a big play. Very quick feet.
Prince, his first attempt, and it's intercepted. A wide throw picked off by Carrington Bindum. The first turnover on the first possession for UCLA, and the Longhorns are in business.
Yeah, your worst nightmare if you're Rick Neuheisel. You're going to watch Prince right there. He just throws the ball out there in the vicinity of 2 UCLA players, but a great break on the ball and an interception right there by Texas.
College football in high definition is presented by Vizio.
Rick Neuheisel watches a quarterback throw an interception for the first time in 3 games this year. Kevin Prince with the pick. Richard Breho, who also has been in and out of that quarterback rotation for UCLA, on the headset below. The turnover sets up Texas, and they go backwards on 1st down. David Ash in at quarterback, tried to run the option, and there was no room as Dayton Jones made the stop. A loss of about 4, and quickly a quarterback switch for the Horns.
Yeah, we see the quarterback shuffle already starting for Texas. David Ash, more of the runner, kind of a wildcat quarterback. Case McCoy, a little bit more of the total package run and pass.
A little bubble screen to the near side, and maybe back to the original line of scrimmage as Andrew Abbott came up and made the stop on Shipley. So now it sets up 3rd down and 10 for Texas, and this is a huge moment, you would think, for this UCLA defense. They could get off the field and avoid any damage done by the interception.
And I think you see early here, this has the makings of a low-scoring ball game. Both offenses a little bit tentative. I don't think we're going to see a lot of points in this game today.
McCoy out of the pocket on 3rd down, fires one across his body, and wide open is DJ Grant. Walks into the end zone with a Longhorn touchdown.
Anytime a quarterback can keep plays alive with his legs, you end up having breakdowns in the secondary. But Grant just wide open. That was really set up because of McCoy's ability to potentially scramble right there.
The play clock is winding down, and it's going to be a delay of game against the special teams unit for Texas, as they were having a problem
delay
substituting with their special teams unit.
5-yard penalty, try for point.
So that'll back Justin Tucker up 5 more yards. But yesterday we talked to Brian Harsin, the offensive coordinator, co-offensive coordinator for Texas. I asked him what he liked about Case McCoy. The first thing he said was he can extend a play. When it's not there, he's got the pocket awareness to try and move around and make something happen. And that is certainly a great example of what he just did. 7-0 Texas as they turn the interception into points. Harrington Bindum sets them up in plus territory, and Case McCoy and DJ Grant do the rest.
ESPN's College Football on ABC, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beers, sports. Buick. See real stories of human achievement on the Buick Human Highlight Reel at ncaa.com/Buick. And Ally Bank. No nonsense, just people sense.
A $152 million renovation of the Rose Bowl underway. It's scheduled to be completed in 2013. They are building onto the old press box, which we're in here at Pasadena.
What a beautiful day. If you're a Texas player or coach, you have to enjoy it. I mean, it's been brutally hot in Texas. I think they averaged about 104 degrees a day through training camp. Come out here to the West Coast, low humidity, nice, cool, crisp afternoon. Case McCoy's got to feel great right now.
Brian Harsin, the offensive coordinator, we talked about chatting with him at the walkthrough last night, said when they got off the plane, they felt great here at the Rose Bowl. Josh Smith on the kickoff return for UCLA tries to turn the corner, and he's bumped out at about the 23-yard line. There were 80 days this past summer in Austin where the temperature went over 100 degrees. And you're right, in fall camp, they averaged 104 degrees per workout. As we go back to the touchdown.
It's always about communication. UCLA is going to roll to a 3-deep zone. The corner should go back. He comes up. Watch what happens right here. Aaron Hester, number 21, should be playing the deep outside third. He jumps up for no reason. DJ Monroe in behind him. Keep in mind, a new defensive staff here at UCLA. We mentioned 4 new coordinators in this game. Joe Tracy just implementing his system at UCLA. They got burnt right there.
Franklin shut down at the line. Let's take a look at our Chick-fil-A impact players for UCLA.
I had to let that moo occur first before I started. But UCLA, 2 really good running backs. But Jonathan Franklin, he's the big play guy. Had 118 last year in Austin against the Longhorns. They have to throw the ball more efficiently. Nelson Rosario, maybe the catch of the year against Houston. Jordan Hicks, this young linebacker for Texas, played great last week against BYU.
Franklin again. It'll be 3rd down and long. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Robert Flores.
Bob, Washington and Nebraska meeting for the 3rd time in the last 12 months. Huskers scored first, but Washington comes right back. Keith Price to Jermaine Kearse. We're tied at 7 in Lincoln, Washington and Nebraska. Bob, back to you.
All right, Robert, the early 7-0 lead for number 23 Texas. Their first road test of the season. As Mac Brown's team 2-0 to start off the year. They've got the early 7-0 lead, and Rick Neuheisel's UCLA Bruins facing 3rd down and 6. Kevin Prince trying to shake off an opening possession interception, and a nice throw to the sideline, and a 1st down catch is made by Nelson Rosario.
Boy, you hear so much about the back shoulder fade. You know, with the receiver going deep, you're going to look from behind here with Prince, but the defensive back has to respect the deep route. Then the ball is underthrown to the outside shoulder. That is a big 3rd down conversion for a UCLA pass offense that's really been struggling early in this season.
Prince on a keeper, gets to the edge, and runs out of bounds rather than takes contact, as he gets about 3 on 1st down. 2nd and 7 as we take a look at the focus points for
I think the first one they just accomplished, but it was 3rd and about 7. But I think 3rd and 4 or less is critical for UCLA. They've struggled in passing situations. They have to run the ball, improve passing game. Texas knows they're going to run it. UCLA ran for 290 yards last year, but the score, I think they're going to have to get some plays down the field. On defense, it is all about stopping the run. Texas, with these young quarterbacks, they're going to run the ball on UCLA.